What happened when a mysterious darkness fell over Europe? Let's discover together the true story of the horror and destruction of the Black Death. Medieval Europe is one of the dark periods of history. While the nobles were swimming in wealth, the people were struggling with poverty and diseases. And right in this difficult period, an epidemic emerged that would change the fate of Europe: Black Plague. It was the beginning of the century. Cities, markets, and streets that were dark and filled with garbage had become places where diseases were rampant. Diseases were spreading rapidly because people did not know the rules of cleanliness and hygiene. One day, a ship carried plague from Crimea to Italy. This was the beginning of a deadly virus that would change the fate of Europe. In a short time, this disease, called the Black Death, spread throughout Europe. The symptoms of the disease were terrifying: high fever, dark spots, swollen lymph nodes, and eventually death. The society was soon in a panic, but they did not know what to do. With the spread of the Black Death, European society was thrown into chaos. The disease spread so quickly that church and state officials did not know what to do. Cities began to empty, trade stopped, fields remained empty, and the population rapidly declined. The impact of the Black Death was not only physical, but also psychological. People struggled to survive with the fear of living in a world full of death and pain. The clergy tried to console the people by saying that the epidemic was the wrath of God, but the people were in despair. At the height of the Black Death, deaths increased so rapidly that authorities were inadequate to bury the bodies. Corpses began to pile up in the streets, and the disease spread even faster. While the society was writhing in fear, desperate efforts were being made to stop the disease. Eventually, the impact of the Black Death slowly began to wane. However, Europe's population had greatly decreased, the economy had collapsed, and society had completely changed. This epidemic left deep traces in the history of Europe and remained a black mark in the history of humanity. The Black Death was not just an epidemic, it was also an event that shaped the history of Europe. Even today, the effects of the Black Death are still felt and remind humanity of how important cleanliness and hygiene are. For more such videos, please do not forget to like the video, comment, and subscribe to the channel.